Hello, people, alias vinyl collectors, and all the other people out there that's not vinyl collectors. How are you doing? I'm here for a vinyl update on this very warm, sunny, nice spring day for a change. Not complaining, that's for sure. About the warmth, I mean. Um, got some stuff to show, as usual. So, start off here with some CDs that I picked up, and I don't think I showed these. William Hung Inspiration. And I already have this, but it was at a thrift store, and it not only had the CD with it, but it still had the DVD. So, I'm sure these are going to be hard to come by at one point, not because they're a big fan base, but just because they probably didn't make a trillion of them. And I bought this, The Very Best of Mick Jagger. I'd never seen this before. And this has a lot of songs on here. I'm sure you can't see that. It has a lot of songs on here that I've not heard. The ones that I am familiar with is Just Another Night, which he had a video for that. Lucky in Love, which is a great song. Also a video for that one. And it seemed like there was another one on here. Dancing in the Street with David Bowie, of course. I think everyone's probably heard that one or seen it. And then some recent things that I picked up. We went to the mall the other day and was looking at the music store at FYE, and they had and I forgot to bring the shirt, but there was a shirt and a CD together in the package, and they said they got it in shipment, and they didn't know. Sort of surprised to get it in shipment. They didn't know where to put it, so. And it was like, I think $3.99 for the shirt and the CD. It's the soundtrack to Eclipse, and the shirt is the same exact shirt as the cover there. And I seen that, it's like, wow, that's cool. So now, between me and Kat, we have all three soundtracks: Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse. Now I take that back. We don't have Breaking Dawn 1 or 2. I'm assuming there's a soundtrack for those. So yeah, it was sort of cool to find that. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like Twilight and all that stuff. It's not my favorite vampire movie by any means. I actually do like the storyline. I do have all of those on DVD, and I think the story's really good. I think the actors are really good. I mean, that's a matter of opinion by a lot of people too. But I like it, so. And the soundtracks are really good. I mean, this has a lot of newer groups, what I would consider newer groups. Sia's on here, Florence and the Machine, The Dead Weather, The Black Keys, Vampire Weekend, Howard Shore. So, you can't beat that for $3.99 with the t-shirt. And the t-shirt might be a little small, so I might have to cut the sleeves out to wear it, but I think it was a medium or a large, I'm not sure. And then this one also bought the same day, and I've been eyeballing this CD set for a long time at FYE. And I just, because I'd never seen it anywhere else, and they finally marked it down. It was in the clearance stuff. It's a 4 CD set. It's called Fun Generation, The Super Hits of Glam and Glitter. And it was, like I said, it's 4 CDs, and I only paid 1 penny for this. It rang up as 1 penny. Actually, that's what the sticker on it said, was 1 penny. So it's like, really? Why would I not get that? And it's got, I'm not going to run through the whole list, but like I said, 4 CDs, Gary Glitter, Susie Quattro, Mud, Moth the Hoople, ELO, 10cc, Mungo Jerry, Wizard, Alvin Stardust, T-Rex, the Glitter Band, Alice Cooper, Hello, Adamant, Focus, Faces, David Essex. I'm trying to name some that I haven't already said. Golden Earring, Berry Blue. So why would I not get that for a penny? I mean, it's craziness. It pays to look at the used stuff. It really does. And then I will also show these that I got. And make sure I have them in order here. Or the order I want to show them, I'll say it that way. There's no order. There's no order, look behind me. Went to, there's this store, I don't know how local the store is. It's a store called Ollie's. And they have like closeout deals. It's sort of like a Big Lots type store. And I go there every once in a while, not a lot, but I went there the other day and they had these packaged together in, I think there was either 4 or 5 issues in a package, and I don't remember how many I bought, but it's Mad Magazine. They had these wrapped to where you couldn't really see what they were. So there's that one, and then some of these have this sleeve over it, which is the way they used to come in the mail when you would subscribe to them. There's that one, and then there's this one. So I was really surprised to see those at that store because that was the last the last thing that I thought I would see. This one has Spy vs. Spy on the outside. So yeah, that was worth walking in there for. And I bought a couple other things too, but I remember when this one came out. And I don't have any of these, or I didn't have any of these previous. Here's the bundle pack. That's what the sticker or was on each wrapper, outside of the wrapper. But I didn't have any of these previous to buying these this time. I did get a couple duplicates, which I won't show. And there was still a few there that, I mean, you could see, usually you could see maybe one side of what you were getting. This one, I remember when this came out, and I was really sad that I didn't get it at the time, the one that Weird Al took over. So I was really glad to find that one. And then this is the last one here that I'll show that's not a duplicate. So yeah, I was really happy to get those. It was really awesome, an awesome find. Something that was totally unexpected. And that's always good, is it not? Okay, on to the 45s here. Just got a few 45s I want to show this time. I believe, and Baby It's You by Smith. And this song is in one of my favorite movies of all time, Death Proof. This is Bruce Kelly, WrestleMania. It's on both sides. It's Pink Pig Records. You can see that there. It's the same on both sides. Something's Gotta Be Done, and My Boy Lollipop by Millie Small. I'm sure you've heard that song. It was a reggae hit back in the 60s, I'm guessing. It's a great song. It's a really short song. I Had It Made, and Devil with a Blue Dress On, and Good Golly Miss Molly, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. That was a pretty cool find. That one's definitely been played. And this was his birthday yesterday. Hawaiian Village and Aloha Oi by Martin Denny. It was his birthday, and rest in peace, Martin Denny. If you're not familiar with him, you really should be, if you like Exotica. And the last 45 I got here is, it's Roy E. Baker and L. Berger on both sides. It's the abortion song, My Birthright to Live, and the ballad of the abortion child, Love Letter from Heaven. And I thought that was really an odd, I'm assuming that's bluegrass. I haven't listened to it yet, but I want to say that artist also did another 45 that I have, but I'm not positive. Alrighty then. Well, on to the albums. Picked up a Billy Joel nylon curtain. I'm not sure if I have all these, or I'm not sure if I have all of Billy Joel's records or not. So that's why I got them, considering they were 99 cents. And this one is on Capitol, or Columbia rather. Apparently I can't read. And this one is, I remember when this one came out in 80, what was it, 82 probably. This has Pressure on it and Allentown, which they played those videos a lot on MTV. That's, you know, I like Billy Joel. And this one here, Glass Houses. You see this one, I think this one you see probably more so. This one has You May Be Right, which is a great song. Sometimes a Fantasy, I love that song. Both of those have videos. I think those were the only two singles on here. This came out in 1980. I'll show the inside. Getting ahead of myself here. I'm sorry if this video looks dark. I say that all the time, and then it usually turns out fine. So this one's also on Columbia, which I guess he was probably exclusively on Columbia his whole career. I don't know that for sure, but I can get it back in the sleeve. I want to say, I thought I bought another Billy Joel, but I don't have it here. It might be in another stack. The Temptations' Greatest Hits 2. And I think the only reason I bought this, I mean, I like Motown and I like a lot of that stuff, but I think the main reason I bought this one is, it's on Gordy Records, is it has Psychedelic Shack on it and Ball of Confusion. Those two songs I really like. Cloud 9, I'm pretty sure I've heard that one. I Wish It Would Rain, I think I've heard that. But this is when Eddie Kendricks was still with the group. This came out in 1970. And Eddie Kendricks is, I'd like to get a lot more of his stuff, that's for sure. Sandy Nelson, Drums a Go-Go. I have a ton of Sandy Nelson albums. They keep showing up and I keep buying them. So I couldn't really tell you what I have and what I don't have. But that'd be the case with pretty much every artist. Because, you know, too much is never enough. This one also, Drum Discotheque, Sandy Nelson. And this one has Let There Be Drums 66 on it, which was, I don't know if that was the actual hit. I know that was the hit, but I don't know if it was that version. And I had another record not too long ago that was similar to this. It had these dances here, recorded live. El Pussycat is on here. Jolly Green Giant, Shotgun, Land of a Thousand Dances. And this one, you see this one on bad album covers all the time, Orleans. And I want to say this one has, yeah, Still the One, which is a great song. And I'm not ashamed to say that I like the David Archuleta version better. The guy that was on American Idol, like I don't know how many years ago, quite a few. And actually, he was a little kid when he was on there. But I like his version of that song better, although the original is pure 70s. And I don't know if they've had any other singles up here or not. I'd have to listen to it before I could tell you for sure. I'm sure anyone out there that grew up in the 70s would know that already. Floyd Kramer, Sounds of Sunday. I see this record all the time, and I think I finally decided to pick it up. I like Floyd Kramer. I don't know how many of those I have, but quite a few, I'd say, at this point. And he's one of those artists that his records show up at all the thrift stores. And it's funny to believe that because, or to believe it, it's funny to see that because, well, I guess not. Because I was going to say, like with Herb Alpert and Andy Williams and some of those, their music's good too. And you see them all the time. I was going to say, I don't know why people get rid of that stuff, but, you know, people die off, I suppose. Yeah, this is just, this has Precious Memories on it, so that alone is worth buying. Amazing Grace, Peace in the Valley, Oh Happy Day, In the Garden, There's all kinds of songs because there's medleys. Side 1 is all medleys. So yeah. And then I picked this one up, Country Classics, Floyd Kramer. This has, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, The Green, Green Grass of Home, Welcome to My World, Ode to Billy Joe. Not Billy Joel, I just showed him. This one here, I'm not sure what it is. It says Irina Santor, and I don't know how to say that word there, but it looks like it's probably French. It says it's made in Poland, so maybe it's Polish. Very possible. I'm assuming that's her on the back, or other artists from the same genre. Oh, and I remember why I bought this. Not only because it's a foreign record, because I love foreign records, but it has the actual fold out. Do we look like a couple of, I don't know what? And there's it's like a handwritten note there that I can't read because it's in a different language. And the record is brand spanking new, minus a white hair. Probably my white hair. So back you go. It's a rinky-dink sleeve, and you have to fold it up a certain way, like this and like this. There we go. This one I talked about, I don't know how long ago in a video, and they had this one at a thrift store I go to ever so often, and the record was in it, but it had like a big chunk out of it, and the record was there forever, and I'm pretty sure it's still there at that thrift store. And a part of me wanted to take it to the counter and say, you know, this record's destroyed. Nobody's going to buy it. That's why it's still here. But I finally did find one that wasn't destroyed at another thrift store, I'm assuming somewhere. We 5, You Were on My Mind. You probably know that song if you listen to oldies radio or whatever. A&M. You Were on My Mind, and I'd have to listen to the other ones here to see. I don't know how many hits that they had, really. But this was on Herb Albert, Speak of the Devil, his record label, A&M. Patrick O'Hearn, Between Two Worlds. This looked really interesting. And I want to say that this guy, this came out in 1987, this guy, I want to say he was the bass player in Andy Taylor's solo band. Andy Taylor was in Duran Duran, and he went solo, and that really looks like the bass player. And this guy plays bass on here, so it's very possible that it could be him. There's a song in here called Sky Juice. This album's never been opened, so let's open it. I've been doing that periodically on videos because they seem to show up like that, and this one's going to be a hard one to open without destroying it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it has a poster or something in here too, it looks like. Oh no, it's not a poster. Private Music. No, it looks like I guess it's like a catalog for that record label. Private Music. 1986. There it is. Between Two Worlds. Patrick O'Hearn. Now I'm going to have to look that up to see if that is actually him, because I'm pretty sure it is. And I think that's probably the reason that I bought it. Oh, and it looked interesting. And I don't think there's vocals on it, so it's going to be instrumental. It'll be good. What am I talking about? I like everything. Do I not? There's very little music I don't like. I mean, I'm not much into gangster rap, although the very first rap CD, or I guess it was a cassette tape that I bought, was NWA, Straight Outta Compton. So because I'd heard so much about it, it's like, okay, I have to hear this. It's all right. I mean, it's not something I can listen to every day, but last one I got here, as I ramble on, Discopedia Volume 1. I don't know how many volumes there were of this. This came out in 79. But, you know. This one is Arthur Murray, Pickwick. Looks like a brand new record, too. Yeah, that's the thing that kills me is, and I'm grateful for it. At thrift stores, you know, these records show up and they look like they've never, like that one was never even opened, let alone played. I mean, that's good for us, I guess, people that are buying it. Here's Arthur Murray. This is the dance lesson. Disco Dance Studio. I bet that's not in operation anymore. If it is, it's not disco dancing. Although, I really wish that that would come back. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a discotheque around somewhere that, you know, people probably dress like that and they play disco and stuff. That'd be cool. I'd like to go. I mean, I'm not much of a dancer, but that'd be interesting. Let me get my coffee over here before it gets ice cubes in it. Yep, that's the coffee I remember. Just like the cup I had before. What I was going to say before I end this video, coming up this weekend, this Saturday actually, the 13th of April, is Record Store Day 2019. And hope everyone out there is going to participate and go and support your support your local record stores. We got some plans to go participate in that ourselves. Going to get up early and you know, do the whole thing, and about to lose my voice, and see what we can find. Hopefully, I mean, there's a few things on my list that I'm looking for, and I'm not going to hold my breath. If I get them, great. If I don't get them, I'll find something else, you know, because at a record store, it's not going to be the only thing. But there's so many titles released this year, and seemingly every year there's more titles released. You're bound to find something that you're looking for, or something you wasn't aware of that looks really interesting. I mean, I've been looking at other people's videos they've made already, showing stuff that's come in or that's going to be there on Record Store Day, or things they're looking for. And I've looked at the list and stuff, and there's so much stuff to choose from. Anybody that's out there that's watching this video that hasn't participated in Record Store Day, you really should go and experience it at least once. I mean, I know some people think it's a big corporate thing, and it's and it is to a certain degree, but it also supports your local record store, and I think that's very important. Me being the record guy that I am, of all things, is physical media, any kind of physical media, but you know, the fact that records have came back the past, I don't know, 10 years maybe, as strong as they have, and outsold CDs really, and that's pretty unprecedented, because if you'd have told me when CDs first came out and records were no longer being made, or like they were, oh, you know, in a few years or 5 or 10 years, you know, records will be the biggest thing ever, I was like, right. Go figure. Who am I? I need the dust. Actually, I got plenty of dust. Why should I dust? I already got plenty to go around. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and all that good jazz. Next time you see me, I'm assuming I'll be making a Record Store Day video with things that I picked up, me and Kat, together and or separate. So happy record hunting, good luck, and hope you get everything your heart desires. See you in the next vinyl update.